Let's talk about heated rivalry. So I'm sure y'all probably already heard by now. The world is super excited because heated rivalry has been renewed for a second season over at Crave, which is the Canadian channel that it's from. And it was imported from Canada. And what is it, HBO Max? So I haven't seen the new episode, so I need to get into that. But congratulations to them that the show was coming back. It's been renewed, all the other good stuff. Unfortunately, not everybody is a big fan of the show, and it's rightfully so. If you don't like, everybody's not going to like what you like. There's certain shows that people are just obsessed with. I don't particularly care for it. I will say this. Oh, I forgot to mention too, when I did the thing, they had they had the K-pop Demon Hunters, and they were literally like next to me in like one of because they came over by the sound booth. First of all, I don't know the Asian boy name. I'm looking at him like, he's cute. Maybe like I'm looking all up in his face because it was an issue. We wouldn't let one of his members of his team in because she wasn't showing no badge. But she ended up coming anyway. I was literally reading his lips to the security guard because the music was loud. He was like, she's part of my team. But it was like, yeah, you need to show us an ID or whatever the case is. She had the badge on. She ended up showing it, whatever. But I'm sitting there looking at him. Then some guy asked another performer, I believe, when asked one of them a question, said, "Are you from Argentina?" Or whatever. He was like, "No." So I managed to interact sort of with the K because I was looking. I was like, "Okay, y'all are all cute." The cast of the K-pop Demon Hunters, and one of the things was like, I never watched the show. I've kind of just like treaded off of it. But now that when you've been seeing these people and you hearing the songs, whatever, because those songs are really catchy. Now I'm kind of interested in checking out K-pop Demon Hunters. So I may end up watching that before the end of the year. But anyway, I don't know why I brought this up with this, but I guess probably because like I was talking about like people are so quick to jump on what's popular and trendy, and I kind of shy away from it. And usually when it's coming to a lot of the gay shows, like I still haven't watched Boots yet. And I've been hearing so much stuff about it. But for some godforsaken reason, I don't know why, I immediately had to jump in and watch the show. Probably because of all the talk about the sex stuff. So that's probably why I jumped on it. But here's the thing. Jordan Firstman, who I believe is a comedian, who y'all see here in the middle picture, in the middle of the center photo, um, apparently he don't like the show because he said the sex is not realistic. So I was like, where's so yeah, so it says following Jordan Firstman's criticism of the Crave slash HBO Max show sex scenes, star Hudson Williams and Francois Arnaud responded to the I Love LA actors' comment that their depiction of gay intimacy is not how gay people fuck. So he said, yeah, this is not reality. This is not how we really be having sex and stuff. And Francois is the one that's on the left, and then you have Hudson Williams on the right because he plays one of the main characters. But the one on the left, Francois, he's another hockey player who is in the closet. And they did a whole one episode story on him falling in love with this guy that works at a smoothie shop and their relationship and how that all turned out. So it was multiple closeted hockey players on this show. It ain't just that the two couple, the two that they be mentioning. There's other people in there too. And I kind of sense based over his body language, I say, are they about to do something with you? And in real life, I should say, Francois Arnaud is bisexual. He identifies as bi. So Arnaud asked this question in the Instagram comment. He said, "Is there only one way to have authentic gay sex on TV? Should the sex that closeted hockey players have look like the sex that sceney LA gay guys have?" Williams took the high road on his Instagram story, but truly go watch I Love LA. Jordan and the cast are great. Child, you could have kept that. Because it's like, this show, don't bash him too much. Not protecting nobody's feelings. If y'all gonna come out here and say some shit and people be like, I disagree with you, and they're gonna get in the comments and say something, I guess, going in on you, like, shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm sure that's probably what they were saying. I didn't read the comments. But to me, it's just like, here's the thing. The only thing I take issue with on this show is how unrealistic a lot of the moves and things that y'all do regarding the hockey is. You will never see a coach, any of the coaches on the ice. You only see the players and you will only see the refs. You will never see the coach on the ice. So when they had like little things coming up on there, like the specifics, the attention to detail, that's the issue that I was having problems with in regards of the show. Other than that, I do feel like y'all need to get a little spicier with the dialogue and the storylines and stuff. It's a little too soap opera-ish, a little too lovey-dovey. Not saying like lovey-dovey in the intimacy part, but it's just like I need stuff to happen. Like, where's the drama? Where's all this other stuff? I do have a friend, shout out to Karan, who said that he read all 6 books. I believe it's 6 books. He said he read all the books. He's loving the show. Y'all not ready for the next chapter in the book that they may base the next thing on. I just hope that it becomes like we get some of that. I like the sex and the sillyism and stuff. Like we haven't seen sex like this on TV since Queer as Folk. And yes, I'm sure like a lot of women are the ones that's watching this show. I don't know. I hope there's a lot of gay people out here watching this show because it's a show that is giving representation to queer athletes. And that is a conversation I definitely feel like needs to be had. Who knows, with the success of this, maybe we'll see a show about closeted football players, closeted baseball players, and really dive into that world. Clearly, there's an audience for it. Because in that comment, when they revealed that they were renewing the show, the series said, giving the people what they want. And yeah, the people want to see queer characters on TV getting representation. And I love the fact that we have a show that is not stereotypical queer entertainment, that you're showing the other side of the gay spectrum, which is, yeah, there are people who aren't your flamboyant stereotype that the industry loves to perpetuate, like we're a bunch of goddamn clowns. And it's showing that, yeah, there are people who appear on the outside to be straight, but they happen to have feelings for someone of the same gender. So they wanted to say, "Yeah, we're going for it. It's gay," he told Vulture. "I'm sorry. I watched those first 2 episodes, Heated Rivalry, and it's just not gay. It's not how gay people fuck. There's so few things that actually show gay sex." Firstman later added that a lot of people just want entertainment or to see 2 straight hockey players pretending to be gay and fucking. Well, you do know it's a TV show and it's acting. And I'm confused. I'm like, what is he talking about? I mean, it's choreographed sex, as all sex is when you watch it in a movie or a TV show. So, what kind of sex do you want? I mean, the close to realistic sex, I would say, if you want that, I mean, obviously be porn, but even with porn, it's not even real sex. It's a lot of stopping and starting and posing and taking a position. Like there's a lot of unrealistic stuff that goes on in porn. So even if we use that as an example, that's a bad example. The most realistic way I'm show that I feel like depicted sex would be Looking. I know people found that show boring, but for the most part, the way they did Looking definitely gave realism in a lot of the relationship stuff, the sexual stuff, and so on and so forth. But Heat of Rivalry, I look at it as a soap opera, just with hockey players. So I don't take it seriously. I'm not. I mean, it definitely gets hot watching the sex and stuff. But for you to sit up here and say it's not gay sex, then what the fuck is it? It's 2 men pretending to have sex on camera, pretending as an acting is what I'm talking about. So after Heated Rivalry's 2-episode premiere last month, Libidiqua fans have passionately taken to the show's depiction of gay intimacy and the adaptation of Rachel Reed's Game Changers novel series. Williams previously told Deadline, "The sex scenes, we rehearsed them so heavily and we knew what we're going to do going in, that they're also a lot of fun. Yeah, it's a dance," added his romantic lead, Connor's story. So, yeah, like I said, it's all choreographed. I don't know if this guy's an actor, but it's just like, well, it says I Love LA. First of all, I've never heard of the show, don't know what it is, don't know what it's about. And it's not me being shady. I genuinely do not know anything about I Love LA. I've never seen it. I don't know anything about it. So maybe in a way, since I haven't heard of it, maybe this is a way to get eyes on your show because a lot of people aren't familiar with this show. So by you throwing shade at Heated Rivalry, which has become this big success, maybe this is your way of bringing attention to your show. So now Arnaud explained the deadline. They said they chose people who believed in the usefulness of these scenes to tell that story. I like that our scenes with Kip, played by Robbie GK, were showing another side of sexuality. That was the episode that Arnaud did with his character. Kip was the guy that worked at the smoothie shop. We're showing another side of sexuality, which is tentative and repressed and like role play almost. And it's just two people who are actually just giving in and the joy of that. So it's like, yeah, when they're in their bedroom, it's like, yeah, they've been kind of perpetuating this image of I have to be a certain way when I'm out at work or whatever the case was. I mean, trust and believe, I've had sex with a customer before. Yeah, me admitting that was once upon a time when I worked at a store. I encountered this guy. Um, we were flirting. He basically slipped me his number. He lived at the block from where I worked at in Harlem and went back to his house and his apartment, and the rest is history. So been there before where it's like I've come across a really hot guy in a store setting and we just had some old nasty sex. It happens. And you can expect things to just be, you know, I don't know what I honestly don't know what he expects because there wasn't nothing added on to what he said, except he would just say, it's not, they ain't real fucking. Like when you say that, I'm like, yeah, it's not real fucking because they're not really fucking. It's a TV show with sex in it. It's all choreographed. Just like when you see straight people in a movie, they're not really fucking unless it's a movie that requires that, and there have been times where they've done experiments where they do those type of movies. Wasn't Nymphomaniac one of those type of movies, the one with Shia LaBeouf and all of them? Lars von Trier, I think, directed that movie. But anyway, so I'm we're going off topic here a bit. Let's just bring it back. So yeah, I definitely want to hear from y'all regarding this story. What do you guys think of this story? Do you agree with what Jordan Firstman had to say about the show sex scenes? Do you think that it's not how real gay men have sex? Or do you just feel like he's just being a hater? So let me know what you guys think of this story in the comments down below.